Hello, good morning, welcome to another episode of Coffee and Conversations. How are you doing, guys, this morning? Listen, we are having a great morning. How are you guys morning doing? We are getting our coffee together, stirring it up. Precious will be here in a sec. So, guys, welcome to Coffee and Conversations. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Right. How was your Sunday? How was your Saturday? How was your weekend? Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. I'm hoping you guys had a great weekend. Positive vibes only. So, we got a good topic today, y'all. What's
our topic?
Our topic is...
I got that bussin' red today, y'all. Wasn't ready.
Although I wasn't ready.
I'm feeling myself today, y'all.
Girl, you feeling it?
I got one more day to my anniversary.
Oh, the 21st?
One more day.
21st, girl. Years?
Oh, yeah, the 20.
I missed it. I said,
I'm like, what happened on that?
I need some swigs of coffee.
I'm about to be swigging it, so I figure
I need some swigs of
coffee. Put a little red on because I'm on all this black. Hello, good morning. Facebook user. Good morning. Yeah, I'm trying to coordinate. Then I was like, "Whoa!" But with the, Kia is the red part of the conversations. I'm the coffee part. I'm that teal look. So I said, "Oh, I'm gonna pop that red on you since I'm in that black."
I love that red, honey.
My man love this red. So I hope when he tune in today, he can see me.
Oh Lord!
These kisses for you, boo.
Leave him alone, for he be on here talking about hurry up and get home.
Oh, he not. Oh no.
Okay.
He
Oh yeah, I ain't seen the car this morning, but you never.
You never.
It don't matter. He be here in a hot second.
He will. He will.
He ain't playing no games. Okay. Don't even start. So. Listen, what we said the topic was, girl?
Is the trap of entitlement. I cannot forget that one. That's a good one. So the title today is putting my agave in here.
Entitlement.
The trap of entitlement. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
What is this? I would say it's liquid sugar. Like it's liquid sugar.
Did he try it?
No, he ain't try it. He was looking for sugar because I made that peach cobbler.
Oh.
So he was like, "What's that?"
Oh, he was looking for sugar for you to add to your. How did this?
It came out good. It came out really good.
Yes. Shout out to Misha with our healthy addition to our coffee. So she got some cinnamon cinnamon. If it's your first debut, and then that's what I'm putting in my cup. And you're like, what is it? What's in your cup? Huh? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. It's up there. If it's disappeared in the cloud. Let my hair disappear in the cloud, but it's up there. Now, anytime I sit back in the seat, you want to see it. Okay. Depends if I'm sitting up, sitting back,
She gonna be.
As long as you can see my mouth and these words coming out, that's what matters.
You hear these words that are coming out of my
mouth. That's all that matters. So
The trap of entitlement, y'all.
What is the trap of? First of all, as kids were saying, how was your weekend? Let me tell you something. I had an amazing weekend. Went down and did an event. Didn't take one picture.
You didn't take no pictures?
No, I just.
Y'all was meeting and greeting, but you know what?
No, but I gotta do better.
Okay,
I am a business. I gotta do better. I be needing. I don't remember.
Me either.
I don't remember to seize the moment because I'm always in it. So that part of the business always gets like so the interaction. And I had the girls because Tutu made her desserts.
I had the whole house smelling good.
Girl, I was like, in your house, girl, because why did the oven just go out on us in the middle? Her cake was cooking, and what's it called? The thing that the element. The element went
the heating
out.
element. Okay.
So, oh my goodness. And I'm like, oh my God, we're supposed to be there at such and such, and the element goes out. Oh, thank God I have an amazing neighbor and a loving favorite cousin. Because guess what I had to do?
Just take them up the block.
He had to bring them up the block and throw them in the oven and get them going. So it was a very what is it?
Looking good.
Creative morning, to say the least. Now this one, we're gonna try this because Aunt Diane has been using this silk, and I'm so proud of you, Aunt Diane, for using the silk dairy-free almond creamer. So Kia mom, she done found her something new for me to try, because y'all know I'm trying to live my life on a new level.
I'm trying
to stay away from sugars, I'm going to tell y'all something honest. Y'all know that I was talking about, what was it? When I was doing the fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to, just telling you about how to fast. So when I did the fast last month, what I was in, from January to the beginning of February. But anywho, while I was on the fast, I was just saying that I saw the difference. When you're about to get your menstrual, you know how your body goes through the changes where your skin breaks out sometimes, depending on who it is, and you get cramps, you get bloated, all that good stuff. Well, in the 21 day, that woman stuff, right? So in the 21 day while I was doing my my fast and my cleanse, the alkaline base, and coming away from meat, sugars, everything, anything that wasn't alkaline for the body, we didn't have. But in that process, you know what happened? I realized when my menstrual was coming that month that was following that 21 days, I felt nothing. My breast didn't get swollen or feel uncomfortable. I didn't get cramps. I didn't my skin didn't break up. I had no sign that it was coming. It just popped up on me. Like, it's almost like I thought I was going through menopause or something. I don't know. But I always get a reminder because my body reminds me. And so what it made me realize is that the menstrual is to detox your body from all the impurities and all the things that we eat that, just doesn't agree with the body as us as moms or, womb oracles, as I say, the women body, the womb oracle, right? Going through that process, and it allows you to go and release and all of that. So that was one of the things that I realized, that because I ate good, my body didn't go through the reaction of preparing to release the toxins that were in my body because I had already detoxed my body. And so because I detoxed my body, by the time my menstrual was hitting, I had no signs. So I said, that's one sign that let me know once again the importance of watching what you put in your body and how much work your body has to do to save you, to remind you, to antagonize you, to do the better thing with you. And so that's why I say, I'm in a abusive relationship with food.
Oh, Lord.
I am.
I mean, well, that's what you would call it.
I am. And, it is what it is, because abuse is
your own body.
Yeah. And whether abuse, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, abuse is abuse. So at the end of the day, it starts mentally, right? So you can be the reason why you're in a physically abused relationship because you let the mental start. So once the mental get comfortable, the physical gonna come next, right? And so once you mentally abuse yourself, I can't, I gotta eat this, I can't do without, and that's your mind first, which because your body works for your mind. So it always starts with the mental abuse before the physical abuse can even take place, because they have to how you take that steak and tenderize the steak. When you say negative things to yourself, you're tenderizing your mind, right? And you just open it up for the bull crap. And so everybody else sees this dropping and you taking it. And it's flavoring up your ideas and it's flavoring up your personality. And so that's why I say abusive relationship, because it's mental and physical when we are receiving something and participating in things that we know no longer serve us, don't serve us, aren't good for us, but we do it anyway. So many of us, how many people watched that special on Netflix years ago where everybody stopped eating meat because they was seeing that Netflix special and they was like, I think it was meat something. I can't remember the name, but everybody was like, oh, I'm not eating meat, and they all stopped, and then
gradually
they forgot about the movie and they went back to old habits. So it's like checking yourself, checking your habits, and being as conscious as you can be, so that you don't end up
wrecking yourself
with the wrong testimony. See that? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. But yeah. So I think that was something that I learned as well, that says that is necessary. Shout out to Melissa. I hope that she's home and feeling good. I'm not even, the color thing is all done. I just need to put it up. But Charlotte wasn't feeling good, and she took her to the doctor, and they sent her to the ER yesterday. And so we want to keep Charlie, Charlotte, but her nickname is Charlie, in our prayers. Her stomach was hurting, and so they just want to make sure that everything is good. So I didn't get to speak to her since last night because I was texting and checking on her. Okay. But
well, Charlie, we are
shout out,
you,
shout out. We put
feeling better.
Healing powers on you.
Yes, prayers for you, boo.
Prayers for Melissa, the nurse, the mom nurse, because you know what we are. Moms. So because
they babies get sick. My baby upstairs now ain't go to school. Talking about his stomach
hurt. Yep, that's what's. And that's one thing going around.
And I'm
that's the same thing she was doing.
But the thing is, he ain't eat. I made breakfast yesterday, and he been eating junk all day. Chips, cereal, milk.
He gave himself a stomachache.
Yeah, I'm like, and he's throwing up chips. I'm like, you need to eat food. Didn't eat none of the. Well, he was sick by that time. He eat none of the dinner I cooked. So I'm like, your body cannot be surviving off of these your snack stuff. Like you snack all day. Your body needs nutrients.
That part.
So yeah, Melissa,
shout out.
Prayers up, boo. Hopefully she's gonna be good. So
that part. She's gonna be fine.
This little bug.
I'm trying to find the live so I can share it, and then we can start this good conversation.
Find the live?
Yeah. I got to go to my page. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Cause I'm just scrolling down the Facebook.
So the impact of
she's scrolling.
I know I put
scrolling down the Facebook.
I can't.
Do.
Okay.
Send.
Entitlement. So y'all.
Send. Cause she's scrolling down the Facebook. And she send. And you're sharing.
You gotta have that.
You're sharing. Look here. And you're sharing. Look, this is our praise dance for you're sharing. And you're sharing. How was church yesterday, my people?
That's what Mama said. Oh, I told you Misha came back. She went to church and came after church. I was like,
oh. Anyway, like I was saying, I had an amazing weekend at the Black Wall Street. It was rainy on Saturday. God knows we hate rain.
It was raining here.
Oh, there's Melissa. She is up. Good morning, Queen. Hey. We was just talking about you. Did you miss us talking about you? Did we pull you
Melissa.
In? Did we usher you in with
our
baby girl? Sending our prayers up and love to you.
Yes. How's baby girl doing? We was lifting her up in prayer, honey. Talking about her and Jalen with these stomachs.
Yes, because Jalen's home today with his stomach aching.
Throwing up, boo-booing and everything, girl. I'm like, it won't take no Pepto-Bismol. He like, no, I'ma die.
You know, Pepto-Bismol is like taking, what's the other one?
What?
You know that one, that Buckley's?
Oh.
Okay. Now, one thing about Buckley's, though, you take that one spoon and your life finna change.
Right.
You ain't, whatever you got gonna be gone.
Colds?
Yeah. Yeah, Buckley's is it opens you right up. It's like you take a spoon of peppermint, vapor. It's like liquid vapor rub, right?
Oh yeah, you feel it.
That Buckley's ain't no joke, honey. Immediately. You might throw that sucker up, so it's gonna open all that up anyway. So look, it's taking your whole all that dried up mucus or just sitting in your throat and your chest, oh, it's coming out. You drink some of that Buckley's. Let me tell you, some of the things that you gotta remember. That's one of those things.
That part right there. Yes. So, guys, this morning we was like, what we want to talk about? I was like, okay, we could talk about
a good topic,
things, honey.
So we got today and tomorrow ready for y'all.
We got them topics on deck.
We got it in the chamber ready to trigger you.
Oh, you gonna get triggered. Every time we talk about something gonna trigger something inside. That's just how it's gonna be.
Triggered. And I hope you will be changed. But so what's our topic here? Let them know what the topic is.
The trap of entitlement. Let me tell y'all my story, y'all. I got a couple, but entitlement. Okay. So, wait.
Yeah, before you tell your story.
Let me see what Melissa is saying. Melissa says, my ears started ringing in the bed, and I knew I had to tune in. See, Melissa, yup, Jalen is home with the stomach stuff, too. Charlotte, best friend, has it too. It's gonna be something going around. Yeah, it's gotta be something going around. This has been a doozy with this virus. She has the stomach stuff in the respiratory. Oh, yeah, Jalen has it, but he ain't acting up right now. He's pretty good with the respiratory, thank God. But yeah, and he hasn't went anywhere this weekend. So, and I'm like,
well, like something gotta sit and fester. That's why they give you a certain time for it to run through your body and attack you.
Yeah.
So you might not get attacked on Friday, but that thing might surface by Saturdays and definitely by Sunday.
It's lingering in there.
There's an attack taking place. Imagine when that when them germs hit the kids, it's like it's traveling through their body. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna find a way to break you down. And remember, when somebody start getting sick, if you don't start, most people start getting sick, like, okay, they start popping themselves with the vitamins, the opposite thing to try to like attack what's attacking them. But a lot of times kids haven't lived long enough to feel that something is starting to attack. The more your body matures,
you feel it on set,
and you feel it, and so your body starts saying,
you start taking something.
Yep.
But it get full blown.
Yep.
You be full blown already. You like,
So with the kids, they don't even know that something is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I did not upload it yesterday, Melissa. I will be uploading it today. I never even made it to the computer on yesterday.
But I did see that, what the F is your mustard seed on Amazon.
Oh, it's live on Amazon?
Girl, I was going to order it, but I was like, nah, I need you to get all your coins, so I'll purchase one from you. But
you could have ordered
it would have came Wednesday. It said Wednesday.
Oh.
But I was like, I know.
Because I know it said that it wouldn't be
it's popping,
giving some guys live. I guess it's live.
Not
mistaken, check up on me. Thank you, girl. I didn't even know.
I was gonna send it to you, but it was so late, and I was like,
I know it was live on my end, and they said I had such a amount of days for it to be live on hand.
So I was like, no, I want to get you all your money. So that is, but
you order with your thing, and then
okay. Damn, I should have.
Because you should order. Because that's when we had to do that the last time. Because it takes a little bit longer for my orders than Amazon. Of course,
it was like one something.
Oh man, that would have been a cute gift on Wednesday.
Well,
to see.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm gonna move to Thursday now because that was.
But it's live, y'all, on Amazon. Just type in what the F is your mustard seed, and it popped right on up. Oh, it is so pretty. The colorful.
It was looking good.
Girl, it looks good.
So I'm gonna upload the color with your option because we was doing the ebook and creating it. So that's cool. So because all I got, like I said, so my order takes a little bit longer.
Yesterday.
Oh.
No, that was 11 something. I'm talking about something. That was 11 something.
Oh shoot.
With the F is your mustard seed.
Ooh, that's nice and bold the way it's coming up too. Ow.
Oh, let me see if I can copy and paste this. Yep, I'm putting it in the chat.
Yeah, you can put that in the chat. You can.
Get y'all books. Now,
I know that once it's a new release, if people are buying it from Amazon, which is fine too, it can get the #1 bestseller seal depending on how many people buy it within the certain amount of time of the release. I don't know all of that information and stuff like that, but
share. Get your book.
Yes, that black and white version is live on Amazon, boo. You know I got that link ready. What the F is your mustard seed, faith or fear? Oh, she already got it up there, y'all.
Come on now.
Come on, y'all.
Come
you gotta
on,
give Tia the sneak peek of the color edition. I will. As soon as we come off of this live,
I know I want that
I'm gonna pull up
edition.
because I got my computer and I'm actually gonna go right in once I press in. Because my man is at work.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go right in once I hit send and upload the color version for the people who want the color version. It's gonna be more expensive for sure. There are pictures on every page, but the vibrancy of the color is. I don't even really know what the price point gonna be until I upload it and tell me how much it's gonna cost me a copy. And most people say don't do color copies because it's very expensive. All that, but it's like it doesn't cost you. Once you upload it, if somebody wants to invest in the color, like I think Oprah would want a color.
Come on now, you would want a color
for the Oprahs of the world, right? I'm gonna have color available to those people that treat themselves.
If people could pay $200 for some Jordans, they could pay. It's gonna be way less than that for some knowledge for your brain that's gonna change your whole life. We gotta start prioritizing what we doing with our money that's gonna make a difference in our lives. Because them sneakers ain't making you fly. It ain't helping you pay your bill. It is not changing your life. That's a whole other topic. But we gotta learn to invest our dollars where it matters. Come on now. That part right there, because I was all excited last night. I was like,
so I can't wait till it come in. Know that the people who do order through my personal link, that's the only way I can sign it. Don't expect a signature from Amazon. I don't own Amazon. The cat is out the bag. I have no personal relationship with Amazon people. So if you order it from Amazon, the only thing you may not do is get a signature. But if you buy it from Amazon and you see me, I will definitely sign it. So if you get your book because you haven't pre-ordered and so you don't have to wait for the ones that come from me, then you definitely can start grabbing it off of Amazon and do it the way you will. But the special treat with my books are coming with a mustard seed. So
come on
I always, when I did 365, there were people who bought it from online. But if you got it from me, I sent a candle with each one, right? Because it was about lighting your candle and staying lit in this world. And so, i.e. how lighting your candle, staying lit in this world transformed into, evolved is more like I say into, you can never turn on anybody else's light. So first I had to light your candle so that you are lit. And then you have to realize that it's not your job, or you don't have to beat yourself up on about what you can't do for somebody else. As long as you keep your light on, they win, right? Because then they can get out of the darkness because now they can see their way. So you are the evidence of them seeing their way through. So I always say we are like the movie theater lights. You ever got to get up and go to the bathroom? So when you are the evidence, and so it's dark everywhere. But if you would walk one step at a time, walk by faith and not by sight, right? Gotta light your path, right?
There, so
come on now.
Just faith your way to that bathroom. Come on
and
now.
sometimes you know how you go in the club and they got them psychedelic lights. Be the psychedelic light will be like woo, woo, every so
shut a light on
you
them.
can see the light popping up in and out.
Shut a light on them.
That part. Folks,
you're gonna go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Melissa says, folks, you're gonna win no matter what version of this book you get. But I'm gonna be a hard pusher for this color edition because it's gonna be fierce.
Listen, I cannot wait to hold it, touch it, squeeze it, love it. It's a new baby, and she is out, he is out, it is out, the spirit of it, the anointing of it is out, and that, my dear, that feels good.
You know you need to do another thing at the hotel.
Oh, I'm gonna do a whole lot of things. I'm doing a whole lot of things. I was just waiting for this project to go. I'm doing a whole lot of things. I just was like, I have to get this finished. Even at the event I was at Sunday. Everything. When I was at the event at Sunday, I met a lady who's over the women's ministry, I think at Trinity, she said. So I'm supposed to come to speak with them. Then I met a assistant principal and of a private school over here on Steel Creek. And they were getting the children book, his wife and they have a son. And then he was like, oh, do you ever speak to the kids? I said, I do the libraries. I actually go into assemblies, From kindergarten all the way up, middle school. I even speak to the kids were bullying in the middle school, 7th and 8th grade, and I did an hour with them, transformation. The boys and the girls participated, so I have a way of, do you know, and they be like, all the boys are answering the questions. I'm like, whatever.
Now, because once
I don't care, as long as I can get your attention.
So y'all better get her, grab her now, because once this book is in the hands of everyone,
I will not have
the time.
And don't take it personal, honey. Take it process.
Come on now. At least you could say I physically seen her at this event. I was at her event because, honey,
it's about to be.
It's gonna be the talk
because
of the
I
town.
am really rested in being done with new projects, to be honest. For right this second, I have a list that I'm creating for the I Choose the book ebooks for my whole thing. So I'm working on that right now. That'll be the next thing I do where people can get everything that I have digital. So Precious Thoughts on the Soul, 365, the things that are not digital will become digital. And so that's what I'll be doing, updated. My book of poetry that came out in 2007 is not available to anybody. And I think I have 20. So those copies on my site is high. Those are limited edition. There are no more of those in print. That was my very first baby. I ordered, I believe, how many hundred? I know I ordered 5,000 CDs back then because I ordered the CDs to be the prelude to the book.
Girl.
And I think I may have 100 of those CDs left from that. And to this day, I did those CDs in 2007. What year are we in? People call me all the time. Like, I never take that CD out of my car. So you still got a CD player in your car? Girl. Yeah, so that CD of that prophetic poetry, I mean, people would be like, I would sit down and read that book through, crying in the bathroom, going through the process, because as you know, my poetry and it's all entwined. It's all God. And so whatever he got to say,
that CD,
it ain't my business. I continue to be the vessel in which his greatness can flow, and I take no credit up for it, but I am very grateful.
Being obedient.
That part. That's the part.
Obedient to her gift that God has poured into her for the impact of His people. Come on now.
Period. What Melissa said.
Melissa said. My mom is waiting for that color copy. She says she got a list of people ready to order for that. That's going through difficult seasons with health and family. Come on now. She was ready to order a handful yesterday, but I made her wait for the color upload. Come on,
when you got an inside line, like, don't go with that.
I know that's
there's something else coming.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm
we gonna need one of each though.
So keep me posted, and we will get those orders going, boo. I will keep you posted, because that was me, Melissa. Should I get it? Should I not? Wait, no, let me wait. I was like,
hold up. But should I get it? So yes. So today, maybe that's what we can do. We can go print it and pick it up in the what's name. I can see the size. No, I don't have to do that. It's coming in hard copy. I'm just being. I'm being like,
girl.
But
this is exciting.
That's exciting. I'm excited because, like I said, now, before we get into this topic that we still haven't gotten to, we're 28 minutes into the live. One of the things that I was so excited about, I think it just skipped my mind. I got too excited.
Was it about the book?
Flew out of my head. That thing just went.
Oh,
go to the topic. It'll come back to me.
So, all right. What was the topic?
Today is what is the
entitlement?
The trap of entitlement.
Entitlement. Okay, right.
Give them your story, boo.
So, I was gonna tell y'all this story. So, okay, I thought that the dad is supposed to pay for the daughter's wedding. You know, in some cultures, that's how it is, right? I think. So, in my mind, I thought that's how it got. So, when I was ready to get married, I'm like, okay, Dad, like, okay. I'm giving him numbers like, okay, so I need this amount of money. And he like, okay, and good luck with that. It hurt my heart so bad. I was like, huh? I was like, wait a minute. He was like, what gave you the idea that it's my responsibility? I was like, but it is. I thought that's how it go. Like when your daughter gets married, the dad pays for the wedding. Honey.
You found out that day,
I don't know who told you that.
How much did your budget change when the entitlement money left? Did you have a little bit more sense? You know what somebody else paying for? You like, you know what? Give me the chandelier.
I want everything luxury.
Luxury. I want top end. Spare no expense. He said, wait a minute. I don't know who told you. He said, okay, scratch the chandeliers. We're going to just do the clubhouse. Scratch that. We're going to just keep it simple and sexy. The entitlement budget is hitting different, don't it?
But you know he did pay for it.
I know. At the end of the day, daddies always want to play hard. Y'all not hard.
But I was like,
So i.e. she still was entitled, which is why she.
But he had to show me a lesson. Like, girl,
he had to let her scramble. Where
you get that from? We do think we in some African
village
or something. Where we don't give it. We ain't doing like this now. You got it twisted, baby.
So they want to be monitoring anything but that. Oh no, I ain't monitoring for that. We're not going new school.
Your husband for you? Was it an arranged marriage or something? Oh, is this the person I chose? Okay, so yeah, because I'm doing this. So you got it twisted. I was like,
I'm so done. That's a good entitlement
cried
story.
Out and everything.
Have you ever been trapped in entitlement thinking that, honey, we be trapped in entitlement all the time when it comes to our parents, right? Every time we had a school trip and we walked up, we've been entitled since we were kids. Hello. The whole class is going. You got my money?
Right,
that's how the entitlement was training us. We just forgot when it ended. And then comparison. Right? So you compare, you don't get to get some friends and compare. You like, oh, that's what happened. Okay, well, say less.
Girl, no. I hate when Jalen or Sierra, well, no. Did Sierra do that a lot? No, she didn't really do that a lot. But you know how the kids be like, well, so-and-so parents bought him these Jordans. Why I can't get... I'm looking at that. I'm like, you got 3 pair of good sneakers.
Good sneakers.
I said, oh, you need
not good
and I need some more. I need another pair. I said, for what? No, you don't need no more. He's talking about my friends got a lot of sneakers. I said, he always told me what his friends got. I'm like, good morning, Queen CEO.
And then what did our parents tell us? If your friends jump off the
roof, you gonna jump off too?
Honey.
You can't do everything your friends do. Mm-hmm. I'm not their parent. I'm your parent, and that's what I'll be saying. I don't care what your friends got. The trap of entitlement, and you is so mad when you can't get what you think you should have.
Oh my goodness, that's the trap.
Oh.
The trap of entitlement, it makes you ungrateful.
Oh,
that's the trap. The trap puts you in an ungrateful hucklebuck.
The trap is. You wind up being ungrateful, and that is not a good thing. Especially
that's the trap of entitlement, a lack of gratitude and gratefulness.
Come on now,
that they didn't have to do it, but they did. That they don't. That no, it's okay. Because what you see, the trap of entitlement is her feelings got hurt instead of her. I mean, he still did. Her daddy still did it, but at first she was like, it was like
heartbroken.
Right. It was a shock to the system. That's why you gotta get them no's early. If you're not telling your kids no early, when they get into the world, oh my God, they're gonna shock their system. They're gonna go into convulsions,
depression,
feeling unworthy because they don't understand that it ain't always yes. Like there's balance in the world. That's why we can appreciate the yeses because of the no's. And so I think that the trap of entitlement it stops you from seeing people's perspective. It stops you from thinking about anything outside of yourself in a situation.
Ooh,
it is right. It is selfish in a different type of way, right? Because you ain't fishing for self in that area. You are actually deciding what somebody else owes you, right? And how can you say what somebody owe you? So entitlement is an owing when you think about it. I'm entitled to it. It's almost like I have ownership of something. It's mine. Because when you put a title, if I have a title to something, it becomes mine. Do you have your title? So entitlement means it's meant for me to decide.
But then don't let the kids hear you talking, because when they be like, well, you know what? It's not their fault because they ain't asked to be here. We did this. We grown adults. We had sex and we had them. They ain't asked to be here. Don't let them hear that, because what do Jalen say?
Oh, wait. Who heard you?
Well, I ain't asked to be here. So
that's what he said? Oh, girl.
Well,
he been taking classes.
You had me. You. Well, technically, that's like that damn village. Tell my look here now.
Look at me, looking like the innocent. Who told my godson that?
Who
told him that? I'm done.
Well, you know, it's your job to make sure they have the thing, but they need, right?
Right.
Well, now he needs this. I ain't asked to be here. Now, who you talking to?
Not you.
Well, if you couldn't afford to get me this, why am I here? Whole nother level. Now you get your ass whooped because you need to shut up now.
Hey, boo.
Hey,
love you too. We were talking about you earlier. Sis. You need to get them that site up so people can get this sea moss, girl.
Precious been raving about your sea moss with them cinnamons in it, girl, giving it a whole nother pop.
Yes, I have. It takes the coffee to a whole nother level. It's like a cinnamon. Let me tell you something. This is a healthy cup of coffee because we got black coffee with agave, cinnamon sea moss, and a sprinkle of silk, no sugar added, dairy-free almond creamer now.
Come on.
Now everything in here, everything in here is okay for the body. It's not the sugar. I'm gonna get that detox. I'm trying to breathe before I post this daggone stuff up because he is a daggone clown.
I told you he was gonna tap in. I don't care what.
Am I entitled to that thing?
As a husband, yes, you are.
Yes, you are. That's another thing. Oh my God. Okay, so now that'll make me. That is a good one because I told you that. What was it? During pre-pandemic, it had to be in like 1999. That we got this. Not 1999.
1999.
2019.
When I first came to Charlotte.
Right. Listen. That's the year I met Rondell. Chef Rod, 1999. Anyway, 2019, we was getting into, we was going back and forth. I always tell this story. And when we was arguing, he just was like, I said, you act like you don't have a right to say what you want to say. And he was like, I don't. And I was like, how you don't? I'm saying it, you saying it, you get mad when I say what I want to say. Like, you can't say what you want to say, and you can say what you want to say. He was like, no, I can't. I was like, why? Why can't you say what you want to say? And he was like, because when I say what I want to say, at the end of the night, I ain't getting none. You can say whatever you want to say at the end of the night, you going to get some. So that marriage entitlement is so true. And yes, you are entitled to that. That is one entitlement that I would say you are. Because in that moment, I gave him the freedom. You hear me, y'all?
Come on.
I gave my husband the freedom to be himself and not use my cookies as a punishment for a grown man, right? So I had to stop punishing him as if he was my child and recognize that I had to separate my feelings from my healing. That part.
Because when a man finds a wife,
he finds
a good thing. And in order to be his wife, you gotta have a good thing.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Boo. She's on 1999 is pre-pandemic for sure. That part. We was in cloud 9 in 1999.
Like, don't be holding
not a pandemic in sight.
Girl, I found you.
This new booty. Get together, bring it back to me. It's a place.
That is one thing I'm entitled to, okay? Because you are mine.
Don't be using those coochie cookies as a punishment. So I'm grown. I've grown, and he had waited so long to get that off his chest.
To grow with
because
that.
by 2019, we were definitely, what are we in now?
23.
Right.
2023.
Yeah, so that means that we were like definitely, was that 19 years in? No, 18 years in, 16, 17.
Yeah.
We might have been 18 years married by that point. 16, 17, one of them.
You got that lesson and that understanding.
Yeah, and I was like, you mean you've been suffering in silence?
And women is still doing that.
Yeah, they are.
See,
that's what I'm about to do.
For tomorrow.
No, they ain't ready for tomorrow. And
tomorrow we getting deeper into this, y'all.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's why we want to do the School of Wives and School of Husbands, because we don't have real conversations with couples to keep them together, right? We get in our feelings, and that ain't what growing and transformation is all about. Is getting past some stuff.
You know how people be conscious of what they say? I used to be like that, but now it's like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We can't even say what we want because of what other people gonna think of. Ooh, did she say that? Yes, I did. It's time for some real talk and real conversation. Do you understand coochie cookies?
She said, do coochie coupons instead. Make a reward for good behavior. That part.
Come on now,
right? Don't take it away, add it to them. So yeah, I think that was what the trap of entitlement.
How would that work, Melissa? Coochie coupon?
And let me tell you what the trap of entitlement was for me. I thought I was entitled, right, to make his feelings be attached to my body. But when we're dealing with feelings, we're in the feeling area. That's a whole nother category. So for me to come from the communication to the touching and the emotions and the feelings, where the move is like doing math and the science. You're getting, when you're doing your report cards, you're gonna have 8 different classes and you're gonna get graded in every area. This is your emotional part. You can't take your emotional grade, you can't take your math grade and bring it to your science class and think that it's going to offset each other. Those are 2 different areas that you're training in. And so learning that if we are having a conversation and it's about our feelings, that we leave it here. So that's why no more sis. That's why I said it's not just for women, queens. It's for anybody, men and women who suffer in silence. So I said, oh my God, you had suffered in silence that long. He just shut up so that he could, depends on how bad he wanted it that night. So he knew for me what?
Like, so when you are in a heated argument and you already know he's gonna want some tonight and you gotta calm yourself down so that you could prepare mentally to give him some. Right. How do you as a woman cut it off? Like, how do you do that? Like, switch. It's like a chameleon. You just be a chameleon for the moment.
Basically what I do is
release your body.
No, actually it's an inside job, because women are connected, right? So if I'm mad mentally, then the body's gonna be like,
tight it up and get off. Don't even.
Now they know how to release you. I'm gonna set you free.
So you give it.
You got the right one. You gonna give it. But you know what? We be fighting it, right? Because we want each other. We know we want each other, but we like, don't put your leg on me. It is your mind is making you be petty, right? My mind is being petty. So right, and so because remember, the body works for the mind. So I speak to myself through it, right? And I'm like, I start evaluating my part, because I can't. Right, I know we just missing in communication, and then the kids help us a lot in seeing how we saying the exact same thing, but he might be coming through the door, I'm going out it. We're at different pages of the story on the same page. He may be at the beginning chapter, I'm at the end. Maybe I'm at the beginning chapter, he at the end. Or you know what I mean? And but from them, they can see that we saying the same thing, but we can't hear each other because we so busy trying to be heard for what the part that is ours. So I just had to accept that that's just how we communicate. And just because we disagree don't mean that I'm not attracted to you, I'm not into you, I don't love you, you're not the same man. All of that is true. I'm just acting like a kid that's having a temper tantrum. Yeah. And so it's like, so I'm now using my body as a weapon, and that was never the intention, right? And so I'm weaponizing, right? I'm weaponizing his reality, his truth, by being like, okay, I got the key right here. You want the key, you better stay and do what I want. So that still is putting them under the wrong submission,
that's
right?
That's a form of control. Right. And that's why he can't really say what he was saying. You know, you got the ultimate.
He said, oh no, I got to unlock that door tonight. It ain't even worth it.
You know what? Suffering in silence.
You know what?
I'm a
And inside he's saying, F this. And I realized in that moment how many times he had to get over it to get me where I need to be.
Good morning, Facebook user. Who is that? Good morning.
That part.
Coochie coupon.
And it expires in 7 days.
It's good for one hot date with the coochie. Expires in 7 days. You got a time limit on that coupon, honey.
And guess what? You ain't got to put no expiration because you get them a coupon. They going to cash it in that day. See, they ain't saving that coochie for tomorrow. They want that coupon today. So you ain't got to put no expiration date. Oh, I'll take that today, please. I'm going to use my coupon right now.
Ron said you got to be grown in your marriage. Yes, you do, because your marriage has to mature and grow.
And so using your body as a weapon is immature marriage skills. You're not going to grow your marriage like that. All you're going to do is pull them apart, have them over there feeling away, and why? And we're going to be here together. So we got to work through it. We got to realize that.
Oh, it's on faith.
Oh, okay. Because she said, you know what? Oh, your mother. She's in the Survivor group. So, you know, in that we can't see their names. So that's... Oh, shoot. You scared the mess out of me. I almost had to... I ain't got my gun.
They had to run upstairs.
We forgot Jada was here. He like, we like, Lord have mercy, what's up?
Come on now. We on live. Just chill out for 1 minute. What's up? You good? Well, good.
Oh, yeah, you can go in the kitchen.
We home. You good? So, wait.
That was funny. Jada scared the mess out of us, honey.
Let me read that comment.
Want to go back up?
Yeah. Okay. So that highlighted. Facebook user says, you are not supposed to deny your husband you. We know.
We learned that. But that's what my problem. But stop for 1 second before we go any further. The real problem is the lack of conversations that we got. Because we just don't know. We like figuring out as you go. That's exactly why I want to do the School of Wives, because you don't even know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's right and what's wrong because you're winging it, right? And so without the proper conversations, without all the everything's going wild in here right now. Without the constant conversations and without all that good stuff, it's easy for you to not know what works, what doesn't work. So it's trial and error. But if you see something ain't working and you don't fix it, that's the error.
Keep doing the same.
There's nothing wrong with the trials. Is the error part, and the error part is not being active in your relationship to do the work. So Chef Ron had to be brave enough to be like, you know what? Enough is a damn enough, and that's what normally happens. You got to get to the minute when you like enough is enough, and then get to the next part to be like, okay. So yeah, I learned to not weaponize my body with my husband. If you queens are doing that, and you are on this live right now, I want you to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And what Ron said, because you gonna send them to the side chick.
Oh my God! #no more side chicks.
I just had to put that comment up there because it was right in line. You keep denying your husband when you get mad. You gonna, like Ron said, and this is a husband of 21 years. You gonna send them straight to that side chick.
Alley, he said you gonna send them to side chick alley.
Come on, to side chick alley, because alley gonna do what you ain't doing. Okay?
No, he talking about the alleyway. He talking about their side chicks in the alley. And you gonna go to the alley.
Go to the alley. No, we don't want them type of ones.
They just mean that means they hiding in the cut. They waiting. He's saying the side chick alley mean they waiting for him to be complaining. They waiting for you to be complaining because they watching you complain and they watching him complain, so they gonna know when to come in and get it. So side chick alley mean they trying to slide up in and pretend to be a superhero until they gotta have the job for far too long. Then they like, oh wait a minute, I don't want this job. Yeah, we know you don't want this job. Can't nobody do this job but me. But lack of communication allows you a chance to put a resume in for a job that's not even hiring.
Hello, V. Hello. Good morning. And Jacob is saying, good morning, Jacob. Hey, Queens, good morning. What are we talking about this morning?
We're talking about the trap of entitlement. Whether it's in marriage, whether it's in work, whether it's in friendship, whether it's in parenting, the trap of entitlement of thinking that you deserve or what you can or cannot do. And so I was saying I had a trap of entitlement.
Coochie's cookies and control. Coochie's consistency control. Come on. Yes. Entitlement, trap of entitlement, Jacob.
That part.
We talking about all of that, Jacob.
We all over the place. I don't even know how we got here, but we got here.
That part. Yes, Jacob, you following right along. The trap of entitlement. What say you, Jacob?
Many women live by this code. I'm trying to tell you, I just graduated from it in 2019.
I can't.
It's hard for some men. It's not fair, but it's real. And that's why I said it's real conversations. Mm-hmm. And I thought that it was such an amazing, pivotal moment for us in our marriage because it was like, I didn't even know. And so I started to use this phrase that would say, that I made up that said, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. Mm-hmm. How can I better serve you? So in the moments that I can control my emotion and not take it personal and remember that even if I had to say it in my head, even if I didn't have because I still had an attitude and I didn't want to say to you, like, I have to now go through the process in my head, right? I have to get right with myself so that I can just work. I can actually step by step the problem and realize the role I play and how I can change my part.
Let me check me.
That part. Mm-hmm. And I saw in all the places where I was wrong. So the best work to do is self-work, right? Self-care. And self-care is that I care about how I'm coming off. I care about how I'm showing up. And so I don't want to be selfish. I want to be selfless because I already fish for self. So I know who I am. So I can now take those hard conversations and not take it personal, but take it process. So it is a inside job, shall we say. I got to go on the inside and be like, okay, well, what did I do? And so I kept on realizing that we are self-sabotagers because we are emotional. And so that's why emotional health is healing. When I get out of my feelings and into my healing, I make a difference because the difference is in the healing. That is your purpose. That is your process. That is what you work through in order to be the evidence, in order to be the information, in order to be all that stuff that you need to keep on growing and transforming the relationship in which you are a part of. And so that's what it's all about.
And could you imagine if both of y'all did that? Do you know what the night will be like?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Fireworks. Why? Because now y'all come back to that center of love for each other.
That part.
And what made y'all be together in the first place? I'm going to check me and you check you. And when we look at each other, it is just energy bliss. Okay? Facebook user says,
Mama Faye, maybe. Yeah. They gonna want they need and want. They gonna what they need and want from you, cause side chicks will give him what he wants with extras. Oh, they gonna want what they need from you because side chicks are gonna get them extra.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because they auditioning for a job you already got. You know how people audition. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna start like that for honey. When they get to working on the other parts and not just the side part. See. You know that side part is just a small portion of all that it entails. You know, one little part is a little tiny part of your head.
Come on now.
But y'all ain't know that whole head outside of the part is the work. And nobody want to do the work. That's why they on the side. Because if they was doing the work, they'd be in the center. Today's topic is...
And it's way more than the relationship than that, honey. Because that's...
Hello, Author Lynette. Today's topic is the trap of entitlement.
The trap, girl. The trap of entitlement.
So Kia told an amazing, hilarious story about her trap of entitlement to get thinking her dad was supposed to pay for her wedding.
I thought he was supposed to do it. Like that was the dad's job. Like I thought every dad is supposed to pay for the.
I thought I was entitled to get an attitude and be like, "Oh, you ain't touching me." Because that was my trap of entitlement. Once I became one, I didn't recognize that I left myself behind to create a new force. So it ain't just me, it ain't just you. If both of us are unhappy, then part of us is discourse, right? And so we don't want discourse. So if you feel like this and I feel like this, then we fighting against each other, right? And the point is that it's going to be smoother if we can come together and flow. So that entitlement of making me feel like, hey, this didn't matter or that didn't matter, that was the biggest issue. So work past that entitlement thing. And it took me a long time to do it, but I'm saying the only reason why I did was because we had a real conversation. So have those real conversations in your relationship so that even if you got to cry, get mad, that you at least got a starting point to grow from and get to the next level. That's how you get to be 21 years married.
Come on now. You got to be honest and real about these things. Come on now. How you think people are staying together for years and years the way they supposed to be once you have that covenant, right, of marriage? It's a long-term relationship that, trust me, honey, y'all gonna go through some things. And if y'all don't get to a point of being you and real and having honest conversations, each is going to be suffering in silence until y'all burst and can't take it no more.
That part.
And that's when things go bad.
And that's why the trap of entitlement is, like I said, is lack of gratitude. Absolutely. And so to not be entitled is to be grateful for every single thing you get. And so let people be know where a trap of entitlement is allowing a no to become an issue and a breakdown in relationships, right? If somebody says no to you and it affects you, that means you feel entitled. You have entitlement issues because nobody has to give you anything. And you can ask, and if they say no, you are gracious in their no. You don't get an attitude. You don't.
It doesn't change.
Shut yourself down. You don't become. No is a whole sentence, and that's okay too. So that's another trap of entitlement. Don't nobody owe you nothing. And you be grateful that you so used to a yes that when they say no, you got a problem. That means you've been too used to yeses and think that you know. So when you plan your lives around other people's yeses and get a no, then that trap of entitlement will make you have a dysfunctional relationship. And what was on high becomes a low vibration because of what you thought somebody owed you when they didn't. So that we got to really check ourselves, because relationships only suffer because of people's no's. Just think about that. Anytime you fell out with somebody, it's because either you said no or they said no. And so that is the prime example of how we are trapped in the entitlement that somebody owes us something, and nobody owes you nothing. And when you know that and you operate in that, you have a gracious way of doing stuff. And so your energy don't change if somebody say no. You're like, okay, we're going to figure it out.
All right, girl.
Let me figure it out. No problem. Maybe you could work through me. Help me think about it.
Yeah.
But if you got an attitude and and it's like, girl, boy, you are entitled.
Yeah,
who do you think you are?
Great entitlement. That's a definite.
You think you're in a relationship and you say no and they get an attitude? No, you entitled.
You setting yourself up, trapped up.
So now you got an issue because somebody got an attitude because you said no.
Come on now.
I don't got time for entitled kids. I leave them to God.
Folk, come on now. You become a kid. You grown folk acting like a child.
You go with your big daddy, because I ain't your dad. Look, go with God the Father. Let him help you through that process of not accepting a no.
Okay, so Jacob says the coochie is the powerful product in the world. The price of coochie has stock market value. It does matter if you're single or married. Let's talk about it. But women need to know there's a difference between community penis. Community penis.
Come on now.
Community is go around like the L train, but spiritual penis is for the wife and the wife only. Come on, Jacob. I am coming raw and uncut this morning, and that's how I like it.
Come on
real
now.
Talk for real conversation.
Community penis. Ooh, that was a good one.
Now. Spiritual penis is for the wife and the wife only. Come on.
And that phrase is hilarious. My husband says it all the time. The coochie is a powerful product. And if you don't know your value, honey, somebody will rob you of your worth, honey.
You robbing yourself if you don't know what you hold as a woman.
That part.
Use it for the good, honey.
Author Lynette says, I know a lady that told the wife that they would not be a third person. She said, I have my own money, I have my own home, and everything I need. The trips you go on, I make sure he takes you on. I'll make sure he takes care of his family. Second part, read. Oh, Lord.
Woman to woman? Is this woman
hold
to
on,
woman?
Hold on. We got to go to the second part. We come back up to y'all. We got to finish the same topic. And she said she also said to the wife, when he's not with you, he's with me. When he's with me, you know where he's at. They will not be a third person. I make sure he gets the promotion he goes for. I make sure that all your bills are paid. You live a luxury life. Don't mess it up. But they would not be a third person in a relationship.
She told him. And I mean, my thing is, don't act stupid. Don't act dumb. You know what it is. So if you about that life, be a real woman, and we gonna have this conversation. No, I ain't gonna act like I'm blind and stupid.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I know what's going on, and I'm confronting you, and this is what it is.
Let me tell you something. This gonna add another. This topic gonna add another 10 minutes. I'm just saying, because let me say something right now. Can nobody call this wife right here?
Girl.
And tell me nothing that she doing? Honey, you better die with that secret. That's all I'm saying. Die with your secret. Don't be so brave that you're going to call somebody wife and say, I've been taking care of y'all. Who? Girl, is you crazy? Woo! That's another thing that's got out of pocket. Like, you know, side chicks used to hide chicks. Now they in the high five chicks. And that ain't what we do with chicks.
How much of a side chick are you now? Let's define a side chick. We might need another word.
She ain't side honey. She is the
she letting you know.
She the pusher.
This ain't no Santa Claus. Santa Claus ain't got him them damn sneakers, honey. That was me. All me.
He ain't going to work. He going to here.
That upgrade ring, girl. We went and picked that out. That was all me. Let's talk about it.
Let's be a happy family.
But you can't take it. I accept my position. Can you accept yours? See, we ain't ready to deal with them real conversations.
And that's because of the
but it ain't her fault. I'm looking at you. I'm married to you. I could care less. Okay, thank you, man. But you know what? I would love another upgrade. But you, I'm married to you. My problem is with you. I don't give a damn about you. That's a whole nother conversation.
Girl, that's a whole nother show, honey. That is cocktails and conversations right there. That's a Saturday night topic, and I think we're going to have it. I like that.
Cocktail and conversation breakdown on
you
a Friday night.
You need a cocktail on that conversation, because when you have one little cocktail, people will start telling more of the story. I'm going to have to give people links on that one.
When we starting cocktails and conversation?
We can start it for March. We're going to start it for March.
Honey.
We'll start it for March. So we'll do Saturday nights. At probably 9 p.m.
Not Friday.
At the bar. Saturday. Oh, Friday? You want to do a day and a night on the same day? We could.
Got you. Nope. Saturday is good.
Saturday is good because, you know.
Yeah.
It's when the grown folk who don't want to go out stay in, and we have a cocktail and a conversation. Because we ain't going nowhere. We in our 40s. I ain't with unless I have an event. She in the house.
Go somewhere one day.
And I hope somebody got a birthday. Oh, not like that. You know, because, honey, we could easily be. Thank you, boo. She sent us the YouTube link once again. A reminder, I forgot myself.
That was a color copy. I was myself.
Girl, I'm done with her.
I'm done with her. Girl, my heart stopped.
For those of you that are tuning in, if you are not a part of I Choose Me, # No More Excuses YouTube, please join. I decided that me and Chef Far are going to be doing Sunday inspirations again. And we're going to go back I'm going to start doing a refill station back on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. But I'm only going to do those in their Soul Viber to Soul Viber page. My YouTube page. So not on my private pages. So if you want to have those conversations that we are live, where we can say what we want, how we want, then you definitely have to be a part of that YouTube page or a part of the Soul Viber to Survivor page on Facebook. And those are the two places I will stream in on Tuesday nights at 9. So don't forget to please. I've had my YouTube for so long, and I'm just starting to say, become a subscriber. So I have hundreds of videos and content on that page. So if you're just meeting me for the
subscribe,
first time, go ahead and
subscribe
get to know me
button.
better on YouTube, because you can scroll and there are so many different things that you can get an idea of all the different things that I speak about, talk about. You can hire me to do if you have events and you need a keynote speaker, a poet, etc., etc. I'm your girl. So you'll be able to see all that on that page. Dr. Beverly said, beautiful ladies, good morning. Be right back. Got to take this call. She is gone. Oh, yeah, this is what we did with Author Lynette already. Melissa says, I'm all about the spiritual penis. LOL. I like the way Jacob put that. I'm going to use that term on my husband later. That part.
I need some of that spiritual penis.
You got to say, thank you for that worded one.
Come on now.
Thank God he touched you and he made you whole. Thank you, Jesus.
Under the covenant. Somebody said that the other show, and I'm like,
and he made you whole. Okay, we get through these topics, y'all. Through these conversations. Author Lynette says, and told her I make over 6 figures. I don't pay for nothing that you have. I'll make sure that he pays for it. He goes to work every day, but I want to make sure that he does not lack on his responsibilities as your husband and father. And clearly a father to y'all children. So she's saying, don't be mad at me, but I'm trying to help him.
He ain't gonna lack as my husband and as a father to one of your kids or something.
No, he said she's. I guess she just saying,
as a man,
as a side woman. She's saying I support him financially because I have the means resources.
Yeah, I have the money
to be able to,
okay,
so that you can clearly be home, and he can be a good husband and a father, so that none of your bills go without being thanked. I give him all the extra so that he don't have to have no anxiety. So basically she's trying to say I give him peace and I get my peace, and you gonna understand that. That's what I'm getting. That's why I'm saying she can't say that to me. I lose all my religion if somebody was to text me that.
Everybody got a different job that you do for me, honey. What you won't do.
It was real, honey. Gotta have a real conversation.
Gotta have them real. People can't handle the truth. That's what
and sometimes people will sit down and maybe weigh out the options. Like,
let me know what I'm dealing with.
Just not me. I just ain't her. This combination need a 4-part series, and her panel, Lord, have mercy.
For real.
Yes. And so when we set up this Saturday, this is a Saturday night conversation. So we're gonna set it up. And then if people are interested in being a part of the show, I will put you on a list, put your name on here if you want to be a part of that show. And I will definitely message you a link when we create that day and time. That way you can sign up. And that way, when we go on to the show, you can actually be in. You ain't got to be Twitter fingering up, trying to say your message. You can literally, I can have up to 8 people on the screen at one time in this platform. So we can have 7 more people and swap them in and out, depending on how many people want to be a part of this conversation. But I think we need to start dealing with real topics so that we can get real results in this real life that we live.
Come on now.
Because all that is fake and phony, it ain't getting nowhere. That's Bible talk. That part. That part. Many side chicks are in the church every Sunday, hugging the first lady and all, but giving all her private business to the pastor.
Come on now, Jacob. Let's talk about you. You know.
You can't.
We know. Come on now.
And he taking it
for years,
forever. And he taking it. Let's stop taking that free cootie. That free cootie gonna get you in trouble.
He's still a man.
It may even get you killed.
He's still a man.
Author L says she's been with that man for 10 years. Of course, she's gonna get whatever she wants because she had his children. So yes, she's gonna get a grand ring. I bet you, and more, a upgraded ring and more,
girl. Because I'm telling you, we need to. I don't know what's wrong with some of these women sitting on these.
No, she gives him no money. She has no children. She doesn't supply him with nothing. He makes his own money. Her stuff is hers.
Good.
Oh, okay. I would love. Okay, awesome. We definitely gonna add you.
Jacob.
Okay, we got y'all.
All right, Author the net.
Don't forget April Foolish comedy show and after party. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. Don't forget that April 1st we're doing a comedy show in Charlotte for Chef Ron's 44th birthday. We have 5 comedians that are coming. So it's a star-studded event. These people get paid to do it. We know because we got paid them to do it. Okay. So we'll be at the hotel. They are $20 tickets in advance, $30 tickets at the door. It will be an open bar, as well as there will be hors d'oeuvres provided at the venue. So it will definitely be an amazing event. Doors open at 8. Show starts at 8:30. After party immediately after all the comedians go. And so everybody's going to do a 20-minute set. So we're going to get at least, is it 4 or 5 comedians? We might have 5. I can't remember. So, that's a good hour worth of show and laughter. So you definitely want to go and have a good time with us because we have fun. We know how to live. Because let me tell you, that's what life is all about. So, yes, make sure that you, when that flyer drops, which will drop on March 1st, you get it. It's first come, first served. There's a limit to the building, and Chef Ron is quite popular. I would say the family as a whole. So I wouldn't wait till the last minute to get your tickets when them things drop because, it's so many people we can get in that room.
You're going to drop the flyer in the Cash App? You do it through Cash App? Is it going to be
Chef Ron, Paul, and are you available to be on my podcast tonight? I like that. So that's a connection. Y'all go ahead and connect. I think you are available, huh? Author L, I heard a professor theological study told a preacher that the reason why so many women are coming after the pastors is because we're freeing up their spirit and the flesh wants to reward the past. Oh, wow. My God. I say it's power.
Even though the pastor's married, even if the pastor's married,
No, I'm saying I think that they are attracted to them and they are attracted to the power. They are attracted to the influence. They are attracted to the change, like she's saying. Mm-hmm. And so when somebody serves you, you become vulnerable. And if you got your spirit freed up, come on now. If you got remember they are babies in Christ. So if you got your spirit freed up, now you feel a sense of service, right? Because once you are free, you feel service. So there is a connection that people are definitely misunderstanding because it puts them in a vulnerable state. That's why it's the job of the person who is grown in the spirit, not a baby in the spirit. I don't hold babies in the spirit responsible. Mm-hmm. But if you portray to understand and when people are weak, then you are a prey. You are preying on these people. You're not praying for them. You're preying on them. So I don't blame the woman who comes broken, who always learn that their flesh is the answer. And so sometimes, just like I said, because of my experience, I would say as being molested and all that, I hold my body at a different regard. And so when I'm not feeling that way, I had to go through that healing process to be open to receive and to give. But then you got other people in the same predicament who, when it's their thing, they have learned to serve with the body. My body has been of service. So if the pastor served me, and I don't know no other way to repay but the way I've been repaying, but wait, and that pastor isn't holding them accountable, right? Everybody trying to get what they trying to get. That's what it is.
Some women be coming for pastor, okay?
But I'm saying them women have, right, but you still are battling what you battling. Who has the responsibility? The molester or the kid? Because if your spirit is broken and then you infiltrated and act like you were serving them and they became vulnerable to you, what the heck you think gonna happen? That's how kids get molested every day. Because their spirit, their trust. I trusted you. And so when stuff is happening, at first you feel uncomfortable, but do you respond? You overlook it because you feel like, I don't want to offend them and misunderstand their approach. And so what I'm saying is, period, because that's what served you before. And you can't understand it if it's never been a part of your service mechanism. But if you serve by allowing your body to be the that daggone thing, that force, that's how you're gonna react. That's why I say, if you are broken in the spirit and you come, then who is supposed to pick you up? Who is ushering you in? And so instead of them women getting an attitude because you came in with a tight dress, they should be covering you from the people who will take advantage of where you are right now before you get into the spirit and have a deeper relationship and a connection, so you don't allow them to infiltrate your brokenness. But you are broken, and you want to be validated, and you want to be loved, and you want to be seen. And if he who is in position, who saw you when you was broken. Now you feel like, oh, but he sees me. Maybe I'm the one. You don't know what's going through people's head when they came broken and you fixed them. So now when you fix them, I'm vulnerable to you, which is why people can get molested every day, because I'm vulnerable, because you show up, you support, I trust you, and then you took advantage of the trust. And before long, you're stuck in a predicament that you wish you wasn't. So I'm not trying to judge the side chick. I know there are broken places. I'm trying to judge the pastor who is in position to help the broken and take advantage of their brokenness. That is the problem. So I mean, it ain't their fault. They came in with the issue of blood. I came with an issue of blood. I came needing healing, and you took advantage of it. That's the hospital. So I'm supposed to be wounded. I'm
making it make sense, y'all. I'm making it make sense, but my mind is like,
because we can't make it make sense out of judgment. We can only make it make sense out of experience, because that's what empathy is, right? Yeah. And so I can't judge you because I don't know who you are.
Says the woman who don't want to know. Okay,
don't want to know what.
If you ever call me, you even call me, because I'm so empathetic.
You understand? Listen, I can cancel myself. I can cancel you. Okay? I need a counselor if that happened. I know the word. I can't counsel me.
You can't counsel me.
Listen, do you ever see a doctor perform on themselves? No, when their heart's on, they want to get their best doctor surgery to work on me. So no, you can't expect me to work on me. I'm going to need somebody, because I planted the seed to work on you. That means God wants to send me a doctor if I ever need to work.
We're going to be 2 hours in the show, honey. Melissa said, what's the date of the comedy show in birthday?
It is April Fool's Day, April 1st, Saturday, April 1st.
Reward to the pastor. You telling me, Arthur Lynette.
They taking
reward to the pastor. He gets so much, honey. The money, the woman.
Talk about a love offering.
That part. Ooh, Lord, I went up too far, down too
far. Talk about a love offering. What time? 8 o'clock? Oh, we ready to start. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, Rondell. That's right. Just talk to each other.
Thank you.
He said that the women, we don't know what they're going through. So when they hear a word that heals them, or they believe that is freeing them up, then they want to return by giving their body to the pastor. And now you can kind of see why so many men want to come after the pastor, because there's a mistake. This significant other has changed. That's what I was saying. And I ain't even read up to that point. I can tell. I know why it happens. We just got to stop it. We got to be more proactive instead of reactive. We love to react. What happened to your proactive? If you're a professional in acting, so show up. Show up before it's broken. I'm the type of person that I say all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So when you see something getting to the edge, it is your responsibility to push it back. Because once it fall off, you can put it back together, but we all know it'll never go back in the same place as it used to. So there will be different cuts and breaks in it. And so it's your responsibility to stop it from breaking. So if you see something going wrong, you don't let it keep on getting out of hand. You are supposed to be nurturing something. So if I go to my garden, I see it's dried out and the sun is shining too much, I might have to take it up and move it to a darker part of the yard so that I can change its environment so it doesn't die. So your responsibility is to assess where you are so that you can change the environment so the relationship doesn't die. That's your work. That is your work.
I'm gonna message you after the show.
Because now they see that they don't have to stay in the situation that they're in. So now they want to come after the pastor as saying, who are you to disrupt my household and change their mind? God. See, if I couldn't be first lady, we would have cops at, I
can't even talk on
this.
She
said, I couldn't be first lady, we would have cops at every Sunday Bible study, choir rehearsal, bake dinners. No, all you gotta do is let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you what my husband told me, honey. Clean them out. Leave nothing left. A2 drain. Do your job.
Do your job and stop denying.
Yes, remember the freak he found and remain a freak.
He ain't got no energy for nobody else.
What did I say? I had jokes. You know how many years I complained about the strip club? Well, I beat him. I put a pole in my closet.
Come on now.
Oh, you want to go to the strip club? We're going to go to the closet club.
I got you right here.
What Beyonce said, to the left. Guess what's in the middle? A pole. You on your side of the closet, I'm on my side of the closet. Meet me in the middle. You're going to have to be creative. God, the Bible says a marriage, a bed is not defiled, honey.
Be what he wants.
Come on now.
What you need? I got you.
So I say, take care of him and nobody else
he
can.
Will take care of you. If you take care of your man, he will take care of you.
Both ways, right? Because if we're emotional, I want my husband to be emotional with me. I want him to see me emotionally. Now, if you got the other way, right? I want him to be financially fit or whatever the other things. I want him to be a protector. I want him to do that thing. So let's not be one-sided like, oh, that's your job. Sorry, School of Wives right here. 21 years in, it is your job to serve your husband so that nobody else does. Just like it is his job to serve you. It says submit unto each other. If he enjoys sex and you was sexing him up before, that's why he married you. Why all of a sudden you won't have sex? You was having sex in the car, on the roof, in the club, in the movie theater. You was busting it wide open.
Come on,
now all of a sudden you sanctified and saved.
Doing wifely things. Now you the wife.
Now you the wife, and now you want to be a girlfriend. No, girl. You was hustling backwards. See, you would have been measuring yourself up.
Doing too much too early.
See, I
ain't even the wife.
You know, listen, we leveled up. So guess what? We went from here to here to here to here. We went higher. So so every year I'm blowing his mind with something new because I ain't giving him everything I got.
No, you gotta keep it a surprise. You gotta leave something else in the arsenal.
Oh, payment in kind. That's all they have to pay with. Payment in kind.
What'd you say, Ron?
The best lap dance I ever got.
After 21 years, and that's how he feels.
Not after 21 days. Yes, honey. That was my that's what I did for our 20th anniversary. I got a pole and I got a hotel room and we set it up and I had the music and I had the cocktail and I had him feeling like he was at the I got my niece to give me some lessons. So I was practicing because she taught me a couple of moves. She sent me a playlist because I didn't even know what songs to use. And guess what?
You gotta do.
He smiled for a damn 2 weeks and haven't been to the strip club since. Honey, because they ain't doing it like I'm doing at the strip club. You can get a happy ending here. What Dr. Beverly said, I beg to differ. We can work on ourselves. Mindset changes. Your cards speak for themselves. I am. The surgery performed on myself as a doctor is a mindset transformation. Pastors that are bleeding on the pulpit can heal. They can sew up their own cuts from what happened to them and not excuse themselves to hurt other people. We're not talking about an excuse. We're talking about reality. And reality is that most people don't acknowledge where they're broken. Most people don't even know until somebody touches a wound that you didn't even know that was open. So from my experience, there are wounds that were so deep that I didn't even know existed until said events occurred and I realized that I was still broken in them places. So you could be concentrating so much on one area that got you feeling like you are a scholar and you ain't touched the other areas in your life. And so that's why you need outside perspective because God said two has to touch and agree. So if you up there by yourself and you didn't get a second person, that's why you operating backwards because it requires two. So you can't heal by yourself. I'm sorry. You can go to God and you can become vulnerable to get clarity of who he put in your life to assist you in the transformation. But you can call on God. But when you're about to be broken, you're going to the doctor. I'm sorry. You're going to use your clarity and your information to find out who you need to align yourself with to get to the next level of you. And that's your responsibility. So no, you got to look at the relationships around you to be able to do that work.
And also, you can't fix your own self because this is why you are where you are right now.
Because you have been not broken. Come on now, preach,
your
girl.
Own self.
Yeah.
It takes somebody else as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you control your mindset and everything, but it requires somebody else to help you on things that you not even working on because you only do and only know what you know and do.
Yeah.
It takes somebody else from the outside to help you with those other areas that you stubborn on, or you not even trying to fix, or you not even trying to fix. But it needs some fixing so that everything can work out right.
And it's hard to see you broken when everybody's celebrating you. See, the one thing about the pastor is they have a gift. God said your gift will make room for you. But your personal life, that's the work that we all have to do.
And they're just a vessel as well. And they're human men as well that have flaws just like everybody else.
Don't let that word fool you, because y'all know y'all be reading the Bible.
It's just a title that, you know, he has. Just like we're moms, we're sisters. But are you the best mom? Let's ask them kids, right? It's just a title. Right? And every child is going to say probably something different.
Yeah.
You would have scarred the child by saying something hurting their feelings 5 years ago that ain't come to surface and y'all never sat down and talked about it, that affected them way later. So it's just one of them things.
And you found it out in a counseling session, or you found it out in an argument, or you sitting there crying, you wondering, why did that hurt me so? And you found out that it touched and agreed on something that was already planted in your mindset, which is why you are broken. Yeah, which is why you are broken, right? And so, it's very...
It's a different perspective on how to look at it.
Yeah. But the work is for us to heal each other. And so but it's holding accountability. So the people that love the pastor, prime example, there could be somebody that's an amazing basketball star, but not a good husband, right? The storylines come out. Does it change that he's a star at basketball? No. It means that he has to work as being a husband, because we got plenty roles and titles. So I may be a good preacher, but I might not be a good husband, right? There's a difference. So that's why people need healing, because we're not talking about the thing you mastered. We're talking about the thing that you haven't mastered yet, so that you can go through the transformation of mastery in each area of your life. That's why you need a report card for more than just one area, because we can get high on the idea that we got it going on as a pastor, but what about the other areas? We don't want to look at a lot of other areas, because it will force us to see that there's some work to be done, and everybody wants to feel like they're put together, even though they say we're becoming and arriving. There's an ing on the end, but you don't actually give grace for the ing. You act like it, but you don't. So that's why we don't make room. We want to act like we got it, but we still going. And some people just take longer to get it. That's all. Not everybody is meant to be first lady. You have to be a strong first lady and take first lady class, because the woman will try you, and don't think that the men will, and don't think that the men will. I've seen it happen. You better stand up as the pastor's wife and let them women know, I shall not be moved or removed, but you can try me if you want to, and always be saved. That
first lady of anything should just being a wife, being a girl child, just
no, and saying the first lady is hard, because there is a bunch of women. Every church got more women in most spaces than men. So being a first lady is hard, because your man is at the fore. Your man go to work every day in church. You don't see him. It is definitely, you got to understand that it's harder for a wife of a husband that's a basketball player. Don't act like different areas of your life is going to make it harder. So I think that's the focus. Being a first lady is hard, because now you in a place where you are vulnerable. You connecting with these women. You trying to create programs. You trying to serve them, and all the way they trying to serve your man. So it will be hard to be able to be loving with people that are manipulative and trying to take what looks to be a whole picture, because they don't get to see him off the pulpit.
Too, honey. We besties, we all of this. And all while you sleeping with my goddamn man. Don't let me come in and I catch y'all in the bed. I mean, first lady, woman. I mean, you around women, you ain't around women. Look, first president, first lady, like
that part.
Man, listen.
Mama Faye says, don't become the lady that society made. Be the wife/woman you were created to be. Be the wife.
Y'all got some time.
Yeah, because society will have you feeling bad. Society will have you feeling bad. You hear me? Like you done something wrong. Listen,
honey.
Yeah, we talking about the word. That's one thing. But with a lot of pastors, they transition woman's mind with the word, but heal their body with the penis. Good God Almighty.
Come on, Jacob.
Once they have your mind, the body will follow. The counseling session will be a different kind of session, if y'all know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. There's some people who are hormones in there.
That's it.
Ron Paul and topic, the emotional destruction of a man. Women need to listen to this podcast episode. This will be fire. Oh, I cannot wait to tune in for this one because, honey, Chef Ron got some good information.
Oh, I'm tuning in.
Oh, my God. I cannot wait. Author L says, I'm going to
One time I went to Valentine's dinner at my friend's church, and the pastor told everybody we playing love songs, and it wouldn't be a nasty one. And he said,
I know you got the kids at somebody's house. Don't go home, and better not go home and try to get your groove on playing James Cleveland or on a rough side of the mountain. The same way you got her, the same way you need to go home and get it on. If I look at the past like he was crazy, but I know everybody got their freak on when they left. So you saw I looked at the pastor like he was crazy. Yeah, I think we should have more real conversations. Inspire people to actually love, inspire people to actually do all the work you need to do and inspire that change. Change is inspired. I'm sorry. You change because you see it. You're right. Pastors use what happened to them as an excuse to continue in their mess, period. Yeah. Everybody does. That's why everybody do what they do.
It's excuses.
T says, I disagree. You can only be doing everything swinging from the ceiling fan. If that man going to cheat, he going to cheat regardless of what you doing at home. I disagree too.
Yeah,
I disagree. If somebody going to cheat, he's going to cheat. But it's harder for a person to bleed that ain't got no blood. It's harder for a person to rise than rise too long. It's just what it is. It's the reality of body.
He's gonna seek it and look for it, and he's gonna cheat. Yeah. Period.
But I would like to meet the woman that says to say that you're right. I need to interview the woman that says I swung from the chandelier. I did his thing from the back. I had the pole. Every day we did it, unless it was a time of the month.
Have to be so sexual.
Yeah, it's intimacy.
It's a well-rounded thing. Like I listen to you. You be
listening to your husband is enough.
What these men need. It don't always. Sexual is just one part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
You could be the freak of the week. I don't care about that. Okay, you got that part sold up. But are you touching all them other parts? Because those other parts, she listens. She don't complain. She just. She helps me figure out things. You just be telling me. You make me feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I could talk to her. Right? The sex is cool. That's check. I could talk to her. She comforts me. With you making me feel like I'm an idiot. You're making me feel, the sex is good. It's checking off some areas that's making me complete. And when you make a man feel well-rounded, complete, they looking at you like heaven in their eyes. It's nothing else I need. You everything to me. When I say my best friend, you are my best friend. You are everything to me.
That's good. That's good, Kia. That's good. And so if you are doing all the above, right? Because that's why I say relationships have report cards. Every other thing does a reevaluation. Whether you at work, they reevaluate you at school, all these different areas. Everybody want to see how you're rising. You should do it in a relationship. That's why the School of Wives will have a report card. So you can say physical, you can say communication, you can say emotional, you can say showing up. We can say all these different levels that we can sign off on and check the boxes to say, how are you doing in this area? And we give it to each other so that we can improve on the quality of our relationship. Let's grade each other. Yeah, I'm going to add it to the School of Wives. And husbands. Quarterly.
Every 3 months. At least 4 times
every season. Every 90 days.
Do a checkup of how I'm doing
in a relationship.
Come on, man.
I'm going to have that paperwork up. Essence is doing a Google questionnaire for me. But because these are the things we don't do, expecting, how am I going to get better in the area?
I want to hear either. Be honest so that I can reflect and work on those areas.
And stop for a second. Don't quit the job when you hear it, because when they evaluate you at work and give you 10 cents, you freaking stay. You take the damn 10 cents and you move on, and you be like, oh no, I'm going to work harder. You don't take offense. So in your relationship, don't take offense in a relationship when you're getting graded. Take that time to be like, okay, I can approve on this, this. Treat it with the same grace that you do the strangers in the world.
And it's not for you to argue it. It's for you to just take
adjust
and do the work
and receive it. So you
can't tell somebody how they feel or how you're making them feel.
That's right.
You can't argue with that.
You can't argue with that.
This is how you're making me feel. This is what I see you need improvement on. Okay?
Right. Well, there's no argument there. Look, this is gonna be a long replay, y'all.
2 hours.
Ron says a lot of good pastors are missing parents. That's why preachers' kids are off the chain.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Great topic.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm minding my business. That's because that man is not satisfied with himself. Not that you are doing anything wrong. He's not ready for the commitment.
Yeah. Correct. They just want their cookies and eat it too, honey. They want their cake and eat it too. They ain't ready to commit. They just out here.
But you know what I think? And I think if we keep on making it overall, we miss them, right? Because I don't know that they're not ready for the commitment if they are husband.
Oh, you mean? Oh, no, I wasn't talking about a husband.
No, I'm reading this. So what does she mean? He's not ready for what commitment? You mean he's not ready to the level of what loyalty?
He asked for commitment.
Right. So I don't know what commitment he's not ready for. Maybe it's getting to that point, because if you propose at some point, they was your favorite. I say when a man marries his favorite girlfriend. So that means whoever you was when he decided that he was going to hang it all up, you were his favorite. Who was that person? Go back to who that person was and ask yourself, am I still that person? Or did I get comfortable and complacent and settle? Remember, your ingredients don't have the same value when you sit and allow it to separate from itself. And so how were you when he was like, oh man, she's my favorite girlfriend, I want her to be my wife? Are you still the same person? Right? So I can understand when Chef Ron was like, okay, stuff changed. And we had to have the conversation when the kids started coming, because in the beginning, we was doing it 3 times a day. Like that was what we did. So sometimes they get used to something different. So it's not even that. It's like a culture shock. So they like, oh man, they done got married and they done got a ring. And they said, forget all that dressing sexy and not wrapping your hair up and all the things that you were intentional about when you were trying to get them in the bag. You got them in the bag now. So it shouldn't be hard to keep them if you got them. But you can't have that sense of entitlement once he's yours, vice versa. When you feel a sense of entitlement, when you get married, you get comfortable and you get complacent in your responsibility, because when you was a girlfriend, you were working on being a wife. Maybe that you became a wife, you think there's no work to do because where do we go from here? I'm already established. And when you get a business and say that you've established, we learned through the pandemic, when people weren't willing to change and pay attention to the transformation around them, when they want to be stuck in their ways, they lost their businesses. You wanted to be a brick and mortar when the world was going digital, because you decided that I'm not going digital. I'm used to being a brick and mortar. Now you have no business. So you have to, God says, to renew your mind daily. That is the job of everybody. So if you're in a relationship and something is changing and you're not doing the work to renew it, whose fault is that? It's your fault. And that's just straight talk. I had to change some things that I was doing because I wanted the marriage that I was building. Period.
You build that marriage.
Period.
Prime words that you build.
Period.
You get to build it.
I wasn't waiting for him to find me, and he wasn't waiting for me to find him.
You done found you already.
Our work to do to keep it growing and going. And when we become trapped in entitlement, that girl, I already got my husband, I'm good. Girl, I already got my wife, I'm good. That's how you lose it. That close the show is how you get trapped in entitlement. You're not entitled to have a husband that serves you every day. You're not entitled to have a wife that serves you. You work for that, and you never stop working for that, because every day you're becoming a better husband and you are becoming a better wife. So who I was yesterday, I want to be better than I was yesterday. And so if I got him yesterday and I'm improving my skill set as I grow, how the hell can we grow apart? I stopped working or he stopped working, which is why it ain't working. But if you working something, oh, it's going to work. And that's all I got to say. She said, I'm a first lady with and without the pastor. My ex was a bishop, and the reason why the women are accessible is because they open themselves up to the pastor. That street opens both ways. That's what I'm saying. They will open themselves up. They are in a broken state. They are vulnerable. I mean, we could go on and on. But listen, we have gone on and on. This is a 2-hour show. Lordy. Melissa says, gotta get moving on my Monday mission. Y'all have a beautiful day. Precious, text me when that mustard seed is ready. And everyone else, be sure to order your own copy. Oh, yes, because it's live now. Tanisha talking about y'all preaching, but you can't speak for a man because you're not one. Bring Steve Harvey to this conversation.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, wait, what did he tell you? He told you need a 90-day rule. You better bring him. You better, what am I saying
Harvey
different?
gonna let you know.
He wasn't talking about, and you talking about Steve Harvey. He's talking about how to get a ring. I got a ring. How you keep a ring. Okay? That's what we need to talk about because he told you how to get it. That means don't throw yourself out there. That means be a lady of value, of quality. Give a 90-day. Put him on a thing. Get to know him better. Don't give away your cookies and then be crying that he stole them and feel like it's fault. No, you gave them away. If he didn't rape you, you gave it away because you got stuck in what you thought he was doing, what you expected him to do, and he didn't even commit to that yet. So Steve Harvey gonna tell you to check your body, check yourself, but he tell you how to get a ring. He don't tell you how to keep a ring. I can tell you how to keep a ring. Okay, I'm keeping a ring. So I'm coming from my perspective. 21 years later in the marriage and the work that had to be due, and we have 5 kids. So that means I'm telling you how to do it when your plate is full, when you ain't got just you and him to be able to run and do everything, when you got other things that you got to do, when you got 4 kids under 5 at the same time and you still keeping a marriage. I'm talking about the real work. I'm talking about to check your self-worth. I'm talking about I'm tired, but I got a man, so I'm going to lay sideways tonight with no underwear on because I can't go on top, but I can move to the side. I'm talking about real conversations for grown folks who trying to have a real relationship. That's all I'm saying.
Now, Steve Harvey gonna bring some nuggets because he's married too now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's
right.
Show you how to keep a relationship too now. You got some type of nuggets.
So, right, I'm not talking from the man perspective. I'm talking about what we can do as a woman from our perspective. I can't speak for the man, but I can speak from the man that spoke to me, that helped me adjust into the things that work and how I spoke to him and how he changed the stuff because every relationship is different. And if I communicate with you, when he told me he's offended when I get mad and hold my body, I respected how he felt and I stopped using my body as a weapon, period. I don't need no other person to tell me how to work in my relationship because I'm doing the work. So we can offer ideas and suggestions, but I would take it from somebody who's doing it than somebody who's talking about doing it. Me personally. Author L says, oh, there is a
I was Jacob.
I did. Oh, we passed over there. Go ahead.
Jacob says women cheat like men do, but women do it on a more strategic level. Mm-hmm. The levels of cheating, women have a mindset like they are running a Fortune 500 company. Pure facts. Let's talk about it. Honey, it's about to be a 3-hour show.
No, that's another topic. Put that on the list.
Let me put my notes.
Put that on the notes for another day topic, boy.
What was that one?
I mean, who's going to come out and tell that story, huh? Because if they doing it on another Fortune 500 level, honey, you will never know. Author L says, oh, there's a fake prophet running around the country that is preaching and then prophesying. And when I saw him down here, he acted like he didn't know me, and I had to call him out because of the things that we saw him doing and the line, the folks. I said one thing to my call on, wait. I said one thing, called on by his whole name, and even had the nerve to say, hey, sis, just looked at him and said, whatever, I walked away. Oh, you called out a false prophet. Lord have mercy. She be wanting to smoke. You went to his place and called him out in the middle of his work? Oh, I hope he is false. What Chef Ron, what I say? I gave my life to Jesus and he gave a brand new life to me. Boy, won't you look a little closer? I'm not the one I used to be. Give us a chance to change, dear Lord. Sometimes people ain't who they was yesterday. Every day is a new day to be different. But when Mama Faye says, but when someone is sick, they are sick and need healing that you can't give. I did that, but my husband was ill. That's right. And first of all, you got to recognize somebody's ill. You have to take accountability that they have an illness, and then you have to reach higher than your pay grade. If their illness is bigger than your pay grade, then that's when you outsource. The cheating guy. Being committed to the marriage, you don't hunt elsewhere while you are married. You learn to communicate. That's what's needed in relationships, so relationships can grow. Absolutely.
Very much true.
It is so true. But the thing is, it also says
honest communication.
You know, and I think we
start being specific with that thing.
But I think we never think about the lines that we speak when we are getting married, because I don't know why they say better or worse. Because if the worst was the health, they wouldn't say sickness and in health. It's so strategic how we use words and don't even understand what words mean. Because if the worst was the health conditions, they wouldn't have had a separate area for that. So they said for sickness and health, for better or worse, to death do us part. And sometimes it's the death of your spirit. So I'm not saying that people got to stay in relationships because you might have to die to the spirit of who you used to be and what you used to be okay with in order to move past that. So that's a whole nother topic. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying that means that you go through things and you build, and you got to ask yourself, what was missing? How can we do the work? And people develop and grow from that every day, whether it's high level people. And that's why I like when the big time people who everybody is watching is clear on what it took for them to get to where they are. And they are honest on the infidelities, and they are honest of the situations that occurred that got them to the point, because it wasn't easy. And they did the work. And sometimes heart gets broken and they have to fix it again. And sometimes things change. And so it's like, it is a process. You think your grandmother was married for 50 years, ain't got a whole bunch of stories to tell? Are you kidding me?
Honey, ain't no peaches and cream. So we need the panel of long-term marriages and hear them stories. So we
wasn't listening to our grandmas. We thought our grandmas was weak, but they were strong. Because they were able to commit and do the work and do the things they needed to do, because my grandma was happy. And you could say how it was in the beginning, and the stories that some of them tell at the beginning as a granddaughter, I didn't see none of that. So I don't know how their marriage was when my mama was growing up. I know who they became by the time I got into the picture, right? And so marriage is a process into the promise. And everybody think that is microwavable, and it's not microwavable. It's like Big Mama's cooking, baby. It is not no overnight process. You have to do the work. Big Mama in the beginning may have to burn some biscuits, do some different things, but after years, it was like she could go in the kitchen with just damn cornmeal and make you a bowl of cereal, because she had flavored up the thing that much that she didn't need no ingredients, because she had mastered that walk. And that's all I'm saying. I'm saying that you can jump out, or you can commit to what you jumped into, and you can do the work. The choice is yours. But if you think you're going to jump out into something easier and the work going to get better, no, the work is for you. Because once you committed to that person, it says better or worse. And you don't get to decide what worse is. And it has nothing to do with health, because that's a separate statement. For sickness and health is covered. What is better or worse? Tell me. What does death do us part outside of the death of your spirit? Tell me. I'll wait. Now think about that.
Come on now. Meanwhile, Melissa says, laugh out loud, I was a wild girl partying late and swinging from the chandelier when Nate proposed to me 12 years and 2
Come
years
on now,
later.
Melissa, keep it real.
Melissa said 12 years and 2 kids later, that ain't me, laugh out loud. Not sure how down back into my old self in that respect.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to make a point. I just want to make a point. Thank you, Melissa, for being honest, because I don't give a damn what you say. If he put a ring on it and he had been living, he wasn't no virgin, you done did some things that turned his mind out, his spirit out, his whole being out, because he said, I want you and you for life. Now, something shifted, and I know when you get responsibilities, because I was a mom, I know your energy, your libido, you go through the changes. So that's a real conversation. But at the end of the day, you was a good girlfriend. You was his favorite girlfriend. That's why you became a wife. And I put my life on that one. Okay? Now, let's talk about it. As Jacob said, let's talk about it. Okay. Because people are married doesn't mean they ready for commitment. A lot of people marry for comfortability. Marriage has become $1 million business. Shout out to the real ones that understands the level of marriage. That part
is a business unit.
And that's why I said unhappy and comfort. That's in chapter 1 of what the F is your mustard seed. Make sure you get that. It's live on one thing. You can get it from me and get it signed, or you can get it off of Amazon and it can just come to you. I'm still waiting on the signed copies to come in.
Business unit.
Okay, here we go. You're almost done, y'all.
Come on, Dr.
Entitlement. You go ahead. You go through that.
Entitlement isn't comfortable. Communication isn't comfortable. Building relationship isn't comfortable. Marriage is a whole different ministry within the home. Whole different level, honey. Different level.
It's ministry.
Come on now.
That means y'all got to minister to each other because God knew that you had something, he had something, and they had to get it out.
Correct.
So we got to minister to one another because we all got some brokenness that's very deep. So God said, I was going to put y'all together so y'all can unpack y'all shit.
That part. And we're going to run through these comments so we coming up on 2 hours again.
So we about to end at this 2
Jacob
hours.
says, Steve Harvey, nah, that's the wrong advice. Ain't it? Tanitra says, yes, he do. Ron said, not longer than us.
Not longer than us. Oh, he's talking about being married. Yeah, laughing my ass off. Right, he on his second marriage. And he rich. How hard is it to keep a woman happy when you're rich? Let me tell you about the broke guy that gonna keep a woman happy.
And
okay?
He stay with those
not even broke, but through the what's the name? Yeah,
brokenness. But
and he and he tell the story about she put a thing on. He on the phone with another chick. She left. He didn't want to lose her. She put boundaries up because she was the best girlfriend he ever had. He threw that phone and broke it for her. Do you understand that?
He chose her, honey. He picked her.
And if you see his wife, and if you see his wife, she stay fly. She stay looking the part. She stay being the part. You look at her, you like, oh yeah, he proud to have her. Yeah, he ain't trying to mess that up. Because she kept herself like the commodity. When he walked in the room with her, he know he got the woman that everybody want in the room. Because she took pride in how she showed up with her man. So that's what we got to do too.
My baby be like,
I agree, Kia.
You representing me out here in these streets. You got to look right when you out here in these streets.
Nah, she's talking about, I agree, Kia. Got a wild panel. It will be hilarious.
That part. Put some married focus.
Every household is different. That part.
Absolutely is. I agree, Jacob. Mm-hmm.
It's a Jezebel spirit.
Oh, Lord. Laughing my ass off. For richer or poor.
For richer for poor. I love that Chef Ron, when we got married, the pastor was like, for richer or poorer, and he was like, for richer or richer. And I follow my man lead, not the pastor lead, honey, because I was behind my man.
Come on
so
now.
I said richer or richer, and that's what we going, richer and richer. Prophet don't mean perfect. Just because you got a gift, come on now. And if you're a prophet, God gave you a gift, but they still live in the flesh, that the one that needs help from another source or person. Because like I said, God, come on now, God sends each of us to be of assistance. So that's our job. RP, I needed to hear that. I was a good girlfriend and I should wear the star proudly. I wish I had it in me to blow his mind in those same ways used to. You do. I still blow his mind as a good wife, but not in those coochie coupon ways and physical touch, love language he prefers. I need a class on how to be sexy again. I'm about to start it, honey. My thing is called School of Wives, # no more side chicks. And the shirt says... Yeah, we already got it on thing. And he got the school of husband, so we're going to be parallel. We're going to come together once a year and do a conference. But the shirt is he won with the number 1. And underneath in Paris is WN. And the shirt that's coming, and it says she won too, right? Because once we feel like both of us are submitting to each other and we both are winning, that's just up. Enjoy, y'all. I need to stay tuned more often. Keep it up, ladies. We got you. Melissa says, sign me up. All that's about to come. We coming for the spring. We springing in action for our attraction. This is the year of the marriage. So Kia gonna get them things. Right. We gonna get these things. The year of the marriage.
Loving relationships and unions alive and together, thriving.
Boy, y'all kept us going. This was good. Okay.
House show on a Monday.
Lord. We needed that, I guess.
That's great topic.
Yeah. Listen, because we got nowhere to go, we could have finished it, and I thank God for the time to be able to serve and be a mediator in this conversation.
Come on now.
So, or
everybody's perspective. Let's talk about it, like Jacob said, honey.
And since we ended up speaking about couples more than that was it, right? Let's not get trapped in entitlement just because you got a title. Don't mean you can keep it forever. So work the same way to get that title to keep that title. You get a job, work at job, stop working and see if they don't fire your ass. Excuse my French. The same way you keep on trying to increase that so the boss can see how you're doing. If you put that same love in y'all marriages, and I'm talking to men and women, I'm not just talking to women. Y'all know, keep committed to that.
Come on now.
What's this say?
Twine together. Tune together.
Tune together.
Tune together. TUNED. Tune.
Well, I tell you, some script is a chip.
Tune together. Let's see.
Okay, so this is where it opened up to. So let's get our read real quick. Tune together. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Mark 3:25. Now I just opened it up. So this is the word God gave us today. It says, those who accuse Jesus of being sent by Satan to do his work had no basis for their allegations. Jesus cast out demons, healed the sick, forgave sins, and did the work of the Father on earth. With this premise, he invites us into his family and his kingdom. What we must understand is that as believers, we are all one body under him. When we bicker and fight amongst each other, we cause a divide to form, which threatens to topple us over. We are not unified under Christ. Within marriage, our home is destined to fall if we cannot uphold each other and learn to submit to one another. We can't make this up. Both partners should be in submission to God and to each other out of love, as well as of others in faith. To others in faith. Our own pride, right? Meaning I don't got to swing from the, yes you do. Our own pride and freedoms are not worth division within the church of God in our homes. Our differences should be worked through on every level in a humble and loving way which honors God. I can't even make this up.
This is crazy.
The question is, how can you and your spouse disagree in a healthy way while maintaining unity? Now that's written. Go ahead and read that Mark 3:25 today, y'all. Okay. So
what an opening of the book on the right page.
Period.
With the topic.
Period. Yes, 23, the year for marriages. I'm trying to tell you, when we fix marriages, we fix the world. Because now the kids got influence. What an awesome way to wrap it up. One of my favorite shows y'all have done so far. Love it. So clearly, this 2-hour show, honey, we was go. Time to ask God for a husband, honey. Trying to prepare. Because remember, you know what they say? You're not a wife when he marries you. You're a wife when he finds you. So be a wife when he finds you. Amen to the word, how perfect together is better. It even mentioned marriage specifically. I got goosebumps. That's what I said. We went right to that part. So we're going to bring this down and get our IM for the day so we can let y'all go. Thank everybody that committed to our long-winded conversation and stuck it out and definitely kept the conversation going. Y'all deserve it.
That's what it's all about. Coffee and conversations. Come on.
So here we go. Without further ado, we each gonna grab a card. 1, 2, 3. I am kind and I am resourceful. Those 2 cards came up already. Mm-hmm. So that is it right there.
This is a resourceful conversation. I'll tell you that.
That part. #unity. UNITY.
That part.
So listen, I am resourceful. This is a resourceful conversation. Start to look with your peers that are in relationships, people who are older in marriage, who are younger in marriage. So you let somebody lift you up while you lifting somebody else. That's the relay race, and somebody's relying on you to talk about your truth. And so to be kind, I am kind in my resourcefulness. So it's a way to get it across so that we can come off as God, right? Because love is patient. Love is kind. Come on. And you are the resource. So God is allowing you to serve the kid, that person that is broken inside whatever relationship you are. So don't take it personal. Know that it's process.
Yes.
So I like that Melissa said, be kind to your spouse and resourceful together. I love it. Now. And so that was an amazing show. Wow. Let me tell you. This was good. We cannot wait to watch. I cannot wait to watch the replay. We love to watch the replay. We be in here falling out the seat laughing and enjoying the whole process. So I'm hoping y'all having just as much fun as we are, because we are having a great time. Pumpkin, we may be stopping by you on the way through. I'm gonna call you. So
we gonna flip them switches.
Flip them. I said switch them flippers. So without further ado, remember, it is a relay race, and somebody is relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print. Because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, but the soul print, it tells us what you got right. And what God got right is you. So I want you to remember that you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. And remember, responsibility is the ability of measurement in which you can respond. So you already qualified on the level in which God sent you. Where they said, children, go where I send them. How should I send them? I'm going to send them one by one. To the light. So, as Melissa said, I'm about to flip my switch, y'all. Feeling it. Right. That's right. So
feel it, Melissa. Listen, get on that pole,
tap into the freak of the week, girl.
Let's get it, Melissa.
Give Nate that treat, girl.
Come on, Melissa.
I like the way you let me stay home. Look here. I like the way you let me stay home. Stay home.
Come on, Melissa.
I like the way you let me stay home. Stay home. So you got all the energy.
Melissa.
You're awesome. As much as you are beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Beverly. So are you.
So much,
we love you. Remember, love grows everything. So love yourself first. You have been watching Coffee and Conversations. And don't forget to wake up and make today count. Bye-bye, y'all. Until tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
We'll see you later.